There's a very, very horrible story that happened to a young sister by the name of Sade Robinson. She ended up meeting a guy named Maxwell. And Maxwell here, a part of the folks community, she decided to go out on a date with him. And when she decided to go on this date, she didn't come back from this date whatsoever. One of the most heinous things that you can do to a person happened to Sade Robinson. Let's go ahead and roll that.
This new exclusive video appears to capture the moment investigators took Maxwell Anderson into custody near his home at 39th in Oklahoma, following a whirlwind investigation that started April 2nd.
Milwaukee County 911 dispatch received a call from Cudahy Police Department regarding a severed leg at Warnemont Park. Subsequently, a Milwaukee police officer who was aware of our investigation raised the possibility that the leg may be related to a missing person investigation that they were conducting.
That missing person, Sade Robinson. A criminal complaint released Friday says investigators used her cell phone records to follow her movements the night before on April 1st for what was supposed to be a first date with Anderson. After dinner and drinks, Robinson's phone was tracked to Anderson's home for 3 hours. An hour later, her phone pinged at Kern Park. And then following a drive across the city, its last trace to Warnemont Park, the same spot investigators found that severed leg. April 2nd, the Milwaukee police found Robinson's car torched near 31st and Lisbon, her clothes and phone in the trunk. 12 News has since learned footage from a city bus near that time and place captured Anderson. In the following days, police and Robinson's family searched that Walnut Hill neighborhood and found a foot and human flesh.
MPD returned to the area when Miss Robinson's family located her blanket. At this time, detectives located additional human remains.
DNA results on the foot are pending, but DNA results confirm the severed leg is Robinson's.
Do you know how she died?
Can't comment on that.
Investigators also not detailing where the homicide occurred, a possible motive, a weapon, or what they found when they searched his home, other than blood in a bedroom and blood on the walls leading to the basement. Law enforcement sources told 12 News investigators did find what was described as a sex dungeon.
What did you find inside that home, specifically in the basement?
Cannot release that at this time.
Let me tell you something. See, these new young black women today, y'all doing things that even black women and black girls would not do back in the 90s and 80s. That wasn't a thing where sisters are out here dating all these brads like that. And I see a lot of y'all really doing that today. And I know you say, well, black men do this, black men do that. Fine, I'll give you that. But let me give you a difference with dating a woman versus dating a man. Women aren't traditionally violent. Women aren't traditionally serial killers. Women aren't traditionally extremely crazy and heinous like men can be. This is why dealing with men, this is why in society women need protection from who? From really men. Because if you allow nature just to run its course and men can do whatever they want to do with no rules, no law, no anything, women are extremely vulnerable. Now, if you want to research what people like Maxwell will do in relationships, just follow what happens to a lot of white women in their relationships. We have to go there, right? Because see, Dr. Umar would talk to black men till he blew in the face. But I haven't seen Dr. Umar home in on this story. He haven't homed in on it. He may mention things here and there, but he don't really talk about when it's in this. Actually, I've seen more things happen to black women when they are going on these type of dates in relationships than really the other way around. Yes, a Jonathan Majors thing, yes, we know. We know about history, yes. But realistically, let's keep it 100. Women aren't as violent as men could be. Now, men could get caught up on some charges about, oh, even though something was consensual, now she's mad and she changed her mind because of that skin color she has. They're gonna automatically believe her over him. That's the extreme danger of a black man dealing with them. is that. So when Dr. Umar actually saying that portion of it, I'm with Dr. Umar 1,000%. I'm also with Dr. Umar, at least in that particular relationship, because we have too much beef, historical beef, and that beef just gets in between that relationship. It do. And you're going to be, a lot of pressure is going to be on that relationship from the black community and the white community. You just call it what it is. It's the truth. That's why that particular relationship has the highest divorce rate, over 50%, because of the pressure that happens to both. So Dr. Umar has a little point there. But when it comes to these relationships, we've seen, and I've covered these things multiple times, and it's heinous what they do to black women. A lot more than what they would do to their own. I mean, this guy not only took this young sister's life, but chopping up body parts, putting them all over the city. Like this is some sick stuff. Sick. Now, of course, like I always say, everybody, do what you want to do. It's your life. I am not in control of what you do in your life. Trust me, I'm not in control of that. But you just have to be careful. I don't think I'm saying be careful, because these dudes has been historically known to do things like this. Historically known to crash out and not only take the life of the woman, they'll take their life, the dog's life, the cat's life, their own kid's life. These are stories, like I said, I'm not lying about this. This is easily things that you can go Google and look at story after story after story after story after story. Okay? So I know y'all think y'all want to rebel, and I know you think you're brand new, but, you know, sisters, think a little bit. Understand why black women traditionally didn't fool with those men like that. And also, you know, the history of slavery and what happened to black women during slavery at the hands of those men. So, it's just a lot that go along with it. And y'all, you know, you throw a lot of that away, but you can't throw that away because that's still not been dealt with. Of course, our condolences go to, you know, the family, but everything that we see in life is a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned, period. Pay attention to who you're dating, ladies. It don't matter if it's a brother. Pay attention to who you're dating. Pay attention. But I've covered a lot of stories. I ain't seen brothers do some stuff like this. I haven't. And I've been covering news for the past 12 years, and I haven't seen a story like this of a black man doing this, you know, to a black woman. And let me say a black American man, because I know you're going to mention that story out of that Nigerian dude in Houston. I say a black American man. I haven't seen too many stories like this. I'm not saying you may find a one-off, but we talking about the constant. No, we have not seen that.